me, your Femboi, and today I am going to talk a little bit about a game I've been playing tons of, and kind of just wanted to share my dumb, silly little thoughts about, and that is Pokemon Legends Arceus, or Arceus, or whatever you like to pronounce it. I prefer Arceus, but that's just because I like that hard K sound in there. But it's just whatever you really want it to be, like, honestly. But I am so excited to say, just in case you haven't played it yet, and for some reason my dumb opinion is the first opinion you're hearing about it, it's really, really good. Like, I mean, I hope it's not too much for me to say. It's one of my favorite Pokemon games, I think, ever. Which is crazy. It's definitely the best Pokemon game on the Switch. That's for absolutely sure. It probably is even maybe one of the best 3D Pokemon games. Maybe the best. I don't know. I haven't played all of them, but it's the best one I've played. And so I'm just going to talk a couple of little points here and there. Trust me, I have mostly positives to say. And that's just been, it's such a good feeling to have a Pokemon game that not only do I super love, but like the community loves. And it seems like we finally got that one game that, like, I don't know, it just feels wonderful to have so much love and positivity about a Pokemon game for once. Especially since some of them have been a bit more like, meh? I guess, just meh. So, yes. If I look this way, that's because my notes are this way. So, I hope you're okay with that. This is not going to be a super highly ultra mega edited review or anything. Like, it's no Angry Joe, obviously, or anything like that. Like, I do not have the charisma or the editing skills that the Angry Army has. But I hope I can maybe at least give you my silly, dumb, baby boy opinions about it. And hopefully, if you haven't got the game or you're on the fence, give you reasons to maybe try it out, at the very least. Anyway, so the first big point I have is the story. Pokemon games are never really known for their stories, except for maybe the more story-heavy ones like Mystery Dungeon. I don't think it's on par with a Mystery Dungeon game, but it's one of the better stories in a Pokemon game. It's not like revolutionary, like, oh my gosh, this is cinema. I know it's a game, it can't be cinema, but cinema, you know, like art. It's not quite that direction, but it's fun and engaging and feels kinda like a B-tier shonen a little bit. Like, it feels very anime-esque sometimes, which I like. If you like anime, I think you'll like it. And went in some really dark turns I was not expecting for a Pokemon game. There's a lot of talk about death and how, like, dangerous and scary Pokemon are, instead of it typically just being like a chubby Pikachu walling across the screen and all of us clapping and cheering it on. So I was really impressed. That's the big thing that stuck out to me, is the story is really strong for a Pokemon game. And something that is not as surprising is the character designs are A+. Like, fantastic, on point. Like, they are, I feel like Pokemon has always had really good, like, character designs. And this game especially delivers so fucking hard. Like, there's so many characters I could talk about that have amazing character designs. The two that stand out to me most, and sorry for the super bad pronunciations, I have not heard any of the characters' names spoken out loud before, but Automon, the Diamond Clan leader, and Arzu, the, like, Mars's descendant. Each one, those two have, like, oh my gosh, those are perfect designs. Oh my god, they look so good, and I would not change a single thing. Like, it's nice just to have a thick thigh waifu like Arzu that I can relate to, with, you know, I have gargantuan thighs. And while they're not, like, they're a little bigger than Arzu's, but cosplay potential is there, and that makes me happy. So, another wonderful thing about Arceus is the world is huge. It feels super duper, like, interactive. There's so much, like, little nooks and crannies for you to check. And even though it's not quite like Skyrim, where you can, like, go into a bunch of side paths and go into dungeons, and all this stuff. It is way bigger than any Pokemon game, and it feels like a big open world. It's, for those who have not played it, it is not one giant open world with different zones. Like Skyrim, it's more like Dragon Age, like Inquisition, or I guess any Dragon Age game, where it's more like where the zones are like separate worlds you can load into that are like big mini open worlds. They're all part of one big world, I guess, if that makes sense. But I like it. I think the areas are big and expansive, and I think they look better if you threw in some more trees, a little bit more like foliage, like fauna and stuff. Or is it flora? I think it's flora. When people say flora and fauna, I think the fauna is for the Pokemons. And there's plenty of Pokemon. That's not the problem. Now, the battles are so seamless. Like before, it would be like for the battles, you go into like tall grass or into a Pokemon, and like there'd be a little cutscene of you transitioning into it. The Pokemon would like cry, you throw out your Pokeball, gives like that opening text, and you actually fight. In this game, you run into it, you like instantly fight them. Like no like being around the bush. It feels so like seamless. Yeah, like it feels so immersive and interactive, and like you're actually in this world. The closest thing, it reminds me a lot of Pixelmon, the Minecraft mod. A lot of this reminds me of Pixelmon because it's similar. You can also just like throw your Pokemon out of their ball and have them appear and do stuff for you. So it is similar. So that's what I reminded my silly stupid brain about. But the battle animations themselves in battle also feel way more immersive. They look better, like from smaller things like flamethrowers flames to like the Pokemon like roar at each other like while you're waiting to select a move, and like will fidget and like actually move, and it feels more like they're like in a battle and not just staring blankly at each other from across an arena. So I feel like that works a lot. It makes it just feel immersive. I know I'm saying words like immersive and seamless a lot, but that's because, dang, this game is super immersive and seamless. Like, it's the only word I could think of. Now, I do appreciate there's a character creator, and I was scared because I didn't see any unnatural hair colors in the trailers, although I'm stupid and probably missed it. And I also didn't think there were going to be that many Western, I guess, outfits. Like, just, it seemed like almost all of them were just variations of kimonos. And while that's cool, I like a lot of variety with how I like to be able to have a lot of designs to dress my character up as. Like, obviously Galar wasn't just full of sweaters and like those little like Irish caps that Jacksepticeye got used to wear. Like, they had lots of variety. And there isn't as much variety here. It's still, like, I would say 70% kimonos and sandals and stuff, but there is stuff in there, which is nice. And they have non-natural hair colors, so I could have my bluish hair in the game. Yeah, I will say it's unfortunate that they haven't done like what Monster Hunter Stories did, where you can pick the individual hue and stuff like that, but it's a good start. It's a good start. Now, the photo studio, that is also really fun. I like that you could not only change your like poses and expressions, but also change your Pokemons. And it's fun, but I feel like it's lacking a little bit. Like, I feel like there could be a lot more options. And I've done every quest for them, and I still feel like, I don't know, I feel like there might be something missing. But maybe there is more. I just haven't experienced it. Maybe that's what rank 10 in the game gets you, is all the photo options. But I don't know. Also, it's disappointing that when your character's sitting in like the bench as like one of your character and like poses, it's too bad the Pokemon can't sit like next to you, like a good doggy. Like, that looks so cute. So also, I don't know if this was just me, but I'm gonna put this as a positive. Shinies are a lot easier to get in this game than past games. Like, I have gotten, no joke, like 4 shinies. And 3 of them I didn't even get like intentionally. I just ran into them in the wild. It really helps because when there's a shiny appears, you'll know because the sparkles will come out of it, even from the overworld. So you don't have to do Sword and Shield where you have to battle them to see if they're shiny. You will see when you're just crossing through, and that's so cool. Like, I love that they added that. I think that what's it called? Let's Go had that too, but I've not played that because Kanto is stinky and I don't like it. So, now the battles with the trainers themselves. And some of the boss battles are legit challenging. I've died to some of like the big, like they're not alpha. Are they alpha Pokemon? Not the like the red-eyed ones you see in the wilds, but noble. I've died to noble Pokemon before. Usually, like after the third one on, I usually will die at least once. Like they're hard, and the trainer battles, especially the post game, there is a trainer battle there that's the hardest fucking shit. It's so hard. I've died like 5 times, and enough where I had to leave, go train up, and come back to challenge. And even then, if I didn't have a couple revives, that would have been it. I'm very impressed that we have a Pokemon game that's challenging. And even with the red-eyed alpha Pokemon, you will often be like under-leveled compared to them. And so taking them on and catching them feels like this huge challenge that feels rewarding. And it's so nice to have challenge in a Pokemon game. Like it really does. Now, we got through a lot of the positives. Let's talk about some negatives. One negative I have, well, and also, negatives might be a strong word, because only a couple of these things are actually things I would consider, like, that would, like, deduct a point off the score. Like, it's not, like, these are, and some of these are very personal. So, trust me, this doesn't apply to everybody's negatives. I think mounts are super cool. That's a really neat thing where you get 5 different mount options. That's super neat, and each one has their own little, like, niche. But why can't Braviary fly upward? Like, if you dash, you will slowly kind of drift more and more and more downward. And you can't get any higher unless you land on the ground and remount. And that's stupid. Why isn't there an option to fly up more? And I don't think there is one. I couldn't find it. And my friends who played with me couldn't find it. So what's the deal? I do wish also there was a way to disappear when you're detected, especially with those really aggressive hyper Pokemon like Paris or like sometimes Drifloon and things like that, where it's like they see you like a mile away before you even have a chance to do anything. I wish there was a way like you could, if you threw on the smoke ball, it'd be like a ninja, and like you would like you would go back into stealth. Something like that, because sure you could throw an apricot at their face, but that doesn't always work. So that'd be a nice little thing for them to add, I think. Also, speaking of things that they could add, even though I feel like a lot of the biomes and little areas do have diverse Pokemon sometimes, I wish it was more diverse. Because I know that this game does not have that many Pokemon in it, but I feel like Graveler shows up in all 5 areas. And it's annoying because Graveler is also one of those super hyper aggressive Pokemon. So it's like, what's the deal? And I love Bidoof. It's such a cute little chunky like beaver boy. But come on, why does Bidoof still show up in like the later like tough boy areas? Like, it just, more diversity to it would be kind of neat. So it gives you an excuse to go back to some of the early areas to get those specific Pokemon if you don't already have it, I guess. So let's see what's next. Now, this is a very controversial one because it's one of the biggest like criticisms of this game, which is the graphics. And don't downvote, please. Let me explain. I think the graphics look fine. It didn't bother me that much. That being said, they could absolutely look better. And they do look better than past Pokemon games, but not by that much. I think that it's a little frustrating. That seems like Pokemon's always like a couple steps behind presentation-wise. And I know you'll probably say, well, it's the style. Well, Monster Hunter Stories 2 had a similar kind of anime-y style, and it had like bold, like really highly textured environments and creatures and good lighting and shadows, and it was also on the Switch. It's like I figure it's just they don't have enough time to focus on that kind of stuff, and it's just probably not a priority. Unfortunately, we probably won't get a Pokemon game that looks as good as Snap for a while, and that is kind of unfortunate. And the final point, and this is entirely opinion based, like this is absolutely under no situations an objective thing. I love a lot of the I still do not know how to pronounce the name of the region, but the new forms. They're incredibly weird. And I like weird, and I like most of them. That being said, some of them I feel like are almost too weird, like to the point where they're not weird to the point of, like, there could be, most of the time with weird Pokemon, they're still kind of charming, you know? But I feel like some of these are just so weird, they can't be charming. Like, they're too ugly. But I do like most of them. In fact, since this review is not that long, the second part of this video is going to be this dumb Femboi telling you my dumb opinions about what I think of all the new dumb Pokemon. So, and I am going to be doing it in a tier ranking, where I'm going to tell you my S ranks and then my A ranks and down to D. So, yes, I'm going to do that because my very final, like my least favorite new form is probably not what you expected. So, yeah. Okay, so to start off with, in like the tippity top, they're so good. They have their own like tier. Is the new Zoroark and Zorua forms. I feel like such a fake Gen 5 fan because I can't even say their names right. But that's just me with any word, really. Anyway, their new forms are so good. Like, they're so cool. And the new, like, Zoryu, the new baby one is so cute. I think it's actually, and I dare say, better than the Gen 5 variants, like the real ones. And plus normal, like, Ghost, that's such a cool typing. I've been waiting for something like that for years, and while I was hoping for something maybe that was more ghostly, it is a spooky, edgy boy. So there's that. Now, the top of S rank, I have the new Lilligant form. She has beauty and she has grace, and she will kick you in your face. She does! She's like this pretty ballet dancer. And I think she looks gorgeous. And I love her color scheme. She's a little humanoid, maybe almost too humanoid in a way, because her legs look like my legs, and that scares me. But I think she's cute. I like how she has like little pointy like shoe feet. And I don't know, I think she's very pretty. I think fighting is a weird typing for her. I think that Grass Fairy would have been better, and maybe give her like a signature like fairy kick move or something. But I don't know. I think it's fine, but her design's what we're talking about now, and it's very cutesy and pretty, and I like it. The next on S rank is the new Growlithe form, because he's so foofy, he's so cute. I love how he's so foofy, his hair is in his face. Like, absolutely, in my opinion, better than the original. I know it's probably just my Gen 1 hate talking. I just have never been the biggest fan of Growlithe and Arcanine. And I feel like this gen, I actually prefer these versions to the original. Which I know is probably like the most like horrible take. It's just my take. The next one is the new Sneasel. The new Sneasel. I love its colors. I love the purple with the black, I guess more like a gray, and the red eyes, and it's like edgy Sneasel. And I really like it. I think poison fighting is just a weird type for them, especially since it makes you then have to pick between them and Krogunk, which is hard because Krogunk is best froggy boy. But I think this one's very high because I do really enjoy this design for Sneasel. Next, we're reaching A rank. And the top of A rank goes to Samurai. Samurai, I feel like it's because I really enjoyed normal Samurai. And the new form is just like edgy Samurai. So how could I not like it? And its new move it does, I forget what it's called, but it looks so cool. It's like an anime, like slicing them up with a million cuts kind of thing. And so I think it's really, really neat. The next one is probably one of the most controversial takes on this list, and it is Palkia's new form. Because a lot of people they hate the new Dialga and Palkia, and especially they hate Palkia more, but I think Palkia looks better. I kind of wish it had arms, but I love that it looks like a centaur knight almost. Like, I really dig it, and I almost like it a little bit more than normal Palkia, which I know is such a hot, horrible take, but that's my take, so shush. The next is Arcanine. I will say, I kind of wish the black was it's shiny, because I feel like going from a mostly white to a mostly black fur color is almost a little too jarring, but that's fine. I like the basis, and Rock Fire is a cool typing for it. I think it doesn't look that rocky, but it reminds me kind of like of Rockruff, where it's a rock type even though you wouldn't think so from like first glance. But next is the next starter on my list in middle of A, which is Decidueye. I like it a lot. I think I prefer the original, but I like how it has almost like that, like the Raiden like straw hat look. And I don't know, I think it looks like, and I like its new colors. They're like fall, which since it's grass type, I feel like is really neat. And I would, even though I don't think they're gonna grow like 2 more forms, it'd be cool to see like a spring and like a winter version of it. The next one is for Avalug's new form. I think it looks really cool, and even though it does almost like, I've never used Avalug, I've always kind of liked it. Well, I prefer its pre-evolution more. I think it's kind of, that version's cute, and I think Avalug's a good concept. I think it's a good Pokemon, and I don't know it's a huge difference, but I like it. I think it's good. I think it's a pretty good design. The next one is for Sliggoo, which is cute, and I love how it kind of pops out of its like shell, like it's like a little like turtle or something. Like, it's so cute. Sliggoo has always been the cutest of the 3 for me, so of course I had to put it up here. The next one, which is we're getting to the end of like A, is Quillfish. I like this version of Quillfish because it's like edgy and purple, and I love how black and purple looks together. And with that kind of tan on its underbelly, like, I don't know, there's something about it that I like. I think it looks better than normal Quillfish, so I enjoy it. And to round out A, the final one is Braviary. I don't know if I like it more than normal Braviary, but I like the eyes it has almost over its real eyes, like with its like psychic energy, it makes it look like big old scary eyes, like probably ward off predators and stuff. I think that's a really cool little design take, and those colors are very pretty, so I have to put it there. Now, B rank, the very tippity top, is Weirdeer, the evolution of Stantler. I like it, and I'm happy Stantler got an evolution. I almost wish it was just a general evolution, because I would love to see Weirdeer come back. I think it was really nice, and it kind of makes it feels very wintry. Like, if I was assembling a team of like Christmas Pokemon, this would be on the list, because that big old beard, like, it's giving me like Santa from Nightmare for Christmas vibes, so I really like it. Next is Goodra. I don't like as much as Sliggoo, because to me it almost looks too much just like normal Goodra, but like snailified, which makes sense because it's very gooey already, so I like it. I think that Dragon Steel is maybe almost a little weird, but I understand because it has this big old steel shell now, so it makes sense. Next is the final of the starters in like high middle B tier, which is I have the names here, I just have their pictures. Typhlosion. It looks so much better with the flames around it, but I do love how like goofy and like how it looks like so blazed out and it's just like normal stance with its little arms. I think it's kind of cute, so I do like it, and I dare say maybe more than normal Typhlosion. Those flames are so pretty. I love the purple, and an Infernal Parade is a really cool ability, so there's that. Next in the middle of B is Dialga's new form. I think it is good. I think it maybe almost has too much going on in parts. Like, what is that neck thing? As someone pointed out, it's like Squidward with the fork in his throat. Like, I can't not see that when I see it, but I think it looks fine. No problems with it. aside from just, you know, what I said, I had problems with it. Next, Quillfish's new evolution, Overquill. It's, I think, so high up. What I mean by so high up, I mean like not like in average or below, because of the name. I love puns, and when Pokemon has names that are puns. So, and I'm happy Quillfish got something, and I think it works. I think it looks kind of weird. I think it would look better if it was underwater, or like in water, like normal Quillfish is. It just kind of looks a little odd when it's just like standing there like all stabby, like ready to go. But I don't mind it. I feel like I don't hate it. And then the next are the 2 new evolutions for, is it Basculegion? I think it might be Basculegion. I love the new colors, and it's nice that's so edgy and cool looking, although I think it'd look better. It'd be better as water dark, I feel like, because I don't see this, it doesn't seem ghostly to me. Like, I don't get it. But, you know, water ghost, it's nice, although I think Frillish is a better water ghost looking type than it. Like, IMO. And the top of C tier now is new Basculin. I think it's fine. Don't really have that high of an opinion of it, because to me it kind of just almost looks like normal Basculin. So there's that. Then next is the new version of Voltorb. I think that's cool how there is a new version of Voltorb, because it's like the ancient times, and Pokeballs at this point are made of wood, so that makes sense. It'd be cool if they did it also with like the other like futuristic Pokemon like Porygon, Steelix, like the Magnemite line. Unfortunately, they gave it to Voltorb, and it's fine. It's fine. It's cuter than the original. I like it more than the original, but it's just fine. Next is Sneasler. I think Sneasler, good idea. Kind of a weird execution. It's like they got the new version of Sneasel and stretched it on the taffy puller, and they gave a Sneasler. It's kind of weird. Like, I like a lot of humanoid Pokemon. I think it's almost too humanoid, where there might be a person under there. But it's fine. It's fine. I would never use it, but I think it's fine. The next is the new version of the new evolution to Ursaring, which is Ursaluna. I think it's just too big and bulky, and it looks a little too busy, just in my opinion, which sucks because I love Teddy Ursa, and I'm happy that Teddy Ursa and Ursaring got something, and I feel like it fits. Like, don't get me wrong, I think it fits. But I don't know. I don't think I would use it, and that's sad because I do really like the line. And then next, the new genie. I do not have the genie's name. I will look it up for you while I'm talking. Look at me. I'm a professional. Doing research while making a review. I'm such a heckin' dummy. But I will say that the new genie does not look terrible. It's kind of weird. And it's called Enamorous. That's actually a cool name. I like Enamorous. Although it kind of just looks really weird. Like some of the other ones, like Sneasler and like Overquill, they look weird, but it's not like to the point where it like turns you off. This almost turns me off. I like that fairy though, and I like the genies are getting something, because Gen 5 is my favorite gen, so anytime that anything from it gets attention, it makes me a happy, happy boy. And so I only have 2 Pokemon in D, which is the very end. I did not think any of these are so bad they need to get to F, but I was thinking about it. So in the top of D is Enamorous. Enamorous is other form. The turtle. It just looks really ugly. Like, not so ugly like if I got, like, I need to catch it, and obviously I'm going to do that. And I'm curious about its like moveset and how it plays, but I don't know if I like it. Like, I don't know. Like, and honestly, it only beat out my lowest ranked Pokemon, because at least while Enamorous is ugly and weird, this other one is just boring. and that is the new version of Electrode. They really had a chance to improve Voltorb and Electrode in this game. I know what they probably didn't, because they're not supposed to be these big old new Pokemon, just kind of like new forms. But they've always just had like the laziest design. It's literally just a Pokeball with eyes on it. And then this next one has eyes and a smiley face. And that's basically what they did for Electrode. At least Voltorb I think is cute, and that's why it's a rank higher. Voltorb is not cute, boring, and is just, I would never use it. And it's disappointing. I would have rather had one of the slots for the nobles filled with something other than Voltorb, because there's cooler other ones. I would rather have been Goodra. I would have rather had it be Overqwil, not just a literal sphere with like little eyes and a frowny face. Like, that's just yucky.
Hi love, Future Borg here. I forgot to rank Cleavor, Cleavage. I forgot. Probably C, middle C, maybe lower B. That seems right.
So that's it. I hope if you disagreed with any of my points, I did not offend you, or I'm not trying to change your mind if you're thinking about it certain ways. Like if Electrode, like the new one, is your favorite one in this gen, like that's totally fine. That's one of the great things about Pokemon is one person's least favorite Pokemon is going to be someone else's favorite. And that's so cool. It's one of the things I think I mentioned in a Pokemon video I did a while back. One of my favorite things about the franchise, really. So, yeah. I really hope that Pokemon learns from Legends Arceus. I would love for them to incorporate some of the mechanics of it, like the seamless battles, the open world, like the overworld sprites that keep the shininess visible to you like that. It'd be nice if Pokemon kept a lot of the things that really hit in this game, along with some of the staples of the originals in the new mainline games. I know they won't, but that'd be nice. I mostly just hope that there's a new Legends game that's going to come out at some point. Like, oh my gosh, imagine Legends for other gens, like Legends Unova. It could be about the original dragon, what it looked like. It could take place during the Revolutionary War era of Unova, or the Civil War, or even beyond, farther back. It could be during the Wild West or something. That'd be so cool. And then, or we could have Legends Kalos, and it could take place during the Pokemon War there. And we could experience it and all that kind of stuff. Wouldn't that be so cool? Unfortunately, knowing Game Freak, it's probably gonna be Legends Mew. It's gonna just be another Kanto game. But I would also rather have Legends like Johto at that point. But who knows? Game Freak does as Game Freak do. So I'm sure that we'll probably have Legends Mew on the horizon, but who knows? I was really surprised by this game, so maybe Game Freak will surprise me more. Anyway, I love you. I love you and I want to rub you too. Okay.